Hey guys, welcome back. So today for dinner I'm doing what I call pieces and parts, which is where I go through my fridge and my food supply and I see what needs to be used up and what I can make from those things, because one of my biggest pet peeves in life is wasted food. Yeah, so this is what I've come up with for today. I'm going to make some red beans, and I forgot to get it out, but also some cornbread. I've got one of those little Jiffy cornbread mixes. But anyways, I need to use up celery and these yellow peppers, these carrots, and this half an onion. So I'm going to saute all these in my favorite butter, and of course garlic. I'm going to use some dark red kidney beans and some diced tomatoes, throw in there. And just keep it simple with the spices. Just do some pepper and Italian seasoning and garlic salt. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so we got a nice little rainbow of ingredients going on here. It looks beautiful. Of course, I'm going to take a nice, healthy chunk of my favorite butter. You can never have too much. Dang it, I gotta quit doing that. I'm trying to remember to stop banging the pan when I'm filming because I know it sounds terrible. So I'm working on that, guys. Alright, we're going to let that melt, and then we're going to add our veggies in there and let them get nice and soft. And I'm going to pour the beans and the tomatoes in with the juice because we want it to be a little bit soupy, so that the cornbread has something to soak up. Where is my cornbread? Okay, there's my cornbread. We're just going to keep it simple and use the old Jiffy mix. Nothing easier. Okay, I got my peppers in there now too. Boy, it looks pretty. It looks very pretty. I'm going to saute these for a good 7 to 10 minutes, I'd say. That celery takes a while. I want it to be nice and soft in the finished product. I usually get impatient when I make something like this and then the celery is a little bit crunchy still. We don't want that, so we're going to let that saute for 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, so these are coming along nicely. Probably about halfway done. Love that sound. So while that's continuing, I am whipping up my cornbread mix. Easy as pie, a third cup of milk and 1 egg. And then I've got my little loaf pan. I'm going to put it in there and then just set it aside so it'll be ready to go. And I will bake it right before we're ready to eat because it's still pretty early. So, all right, we're going to keep sauteing that. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and those are looking good. So I'm going to add in my garlic. Of course, lots of garlic. Add that in last. Yeah, I kind of walked away from it and forgot about it, so my carrots are almost like caramelized, but I'm sure that'll taste good. Happy accidents. Okay, so now I'm just going to add in my tomatoes and my red beans. And get that stirred up. It's so colorful. Okay, so now we're just going to add in some spices and we'll taste it as we go. Might need some regular salt. I actually might want to put some cumin in there too. I forgot to get that one out. Some garlic salt. And then I'll put the pepper in. This is how much cumin I use. I found this giant container of it at Sam's Club. Awesome deal. And no messing around. There's not even a sprinkle thing on top. It's just go for it. So we'll put a little bit of that in. Not get too crazy. And I'm probably going to end up adding some vegetable broth because this is going to simmer for a while, and like I said, we like it to have some type of liquid for that cornbread to soak up. So I'm going to prepare some vegetable broth and add that in. So I just mixed up 1 can of, it's probably about a cup or so of vegetable broth. Add that in, and that should be good. I kind of feel like there's a fine line between having it be liquidy enough for your cornbread and being too soupy. So we'll simmer this for a while and see how it is, and if it's too soupy in the end, we'll just add some cornstarch. All right, so we're going to bring this to a simmer and then put the lid on it, cracked, and just let it do its thing for about a half an hour. Okay, so this has been doing its thing for about 20 minutes. It looks good, but I'm going to continue to let it simmer, and I don't think I'm going to add any cornstarch because even though it looks soupy, like that goes away pretty quick. You'd be surprised. So I'm going to leave it and just let it simmer longer, and meanwhile I'm going to make the cornbread. So this is done. It's been simmering for a while. It's actually thickened up nicely. And we got our cornbread over here. So we're going to get this served up and give it a try. This looks very good. How is it, Ed? What do you think? It's good? Mm-hmm. Let's give this a try. It looks beautiful.
It's very good.
I think I'm actually going to make some homemade cornbread for the leftovers because I was looking at this little, Jiffy mix. It's kind of a sad cornbread mix. I mean, you can make a homemade one easily, so I think I'm going to make a homemade one for the leftovers.
I don't know, man. The Jiffy stuff's not bad.
That's good. Wow.
The Jiffy mix tastes like fresh bread.
And this whole dinner was inspired by not wanting to waste a half of an onion. God bless America. All right. Until next time.